Welcome to Open Book, where Raj Shekhar opens his heart and his mind. This is episode 6 in the series, The Ignored Crisis. This podcast is intended for general information. It is not a substitute for professional medical advice. In the last few episodes, we explored different aspects of dementia, memory, and some techniques to strengthen our memory. The next few episodes, starting with this one, shift the focus to the caregivers. Their role, challenges, frustrations, and how to stay centered. This episode, It's Okay Not to Be Okay, starts exploring the caregiver's world, focusing on the hidden emotions of caregiving. Last night, I sat on the cold bathroom floor and closed the door. The tiles were icy, and somehow that steadied me after a day that wouldn't end, pacing in the corridor, agitation rising and receding like a restless tide. My father had asked the same question every 90 seconds, where are we going tomorrow? By the 10th time, maybe the 20th, I had no answer left. This bright, meticulous man now lives inside Alzheimer's unrelenting maze. When he finally drifted into sleep, I felt the air leave my chest. The hands that had calmly given him his tablets began to tremble. And there, in that small hush, I said the quiet part aloud, I can't do this anymore. It wasn't a defeat. It was exhaustion breaking its silence. My love hadn't failed, it simply wasn't enough to refill endless patience, erase the ache of fatigue, or silence the longing for a normal life again. Love and despair were sitting side by side. Every caregiver I know has a hidden room like this, the car parked 2 streets away, the stairwell at midnight, the balcony just before dawn, places where the role of a caregiver slips off and the human being underneath can breathe. Outside, we're lists and logistics, advocates and administrators. Inside, we're sons and daughters, brothers and sisters, friends, quietly grieving in advance. Caregiving is often painted in saintly colors, noble, selfless, endlessly rewarding. But the truth is more complicated. It is a mosaic of devotion and fatigue, gratitude and anger, tenderness and helplessness. Silence around this reality breeds shame. So let's say it clearly, without apology or disguise, it's okay not to be okay. Your struggle is not weakness. It is a human response to an inhuman situation. Now, let us move from one story to millions. Behind every such quiet, late-night breakdown lies a much larger story, one that spans continents and cultures. Today, more than 55 million people are living with dementia worldwide. By 2050, projections reach 139 million. Most will be in low- and middle-income countries. In India, much of the care is provided at home, carried out almost entirely by families, most often by women. The work is staggering. Managing medication, bathing and feeding, keeping homes safe, soothing agitation, and navigating a complex maze of doctors and services. It's unpaid, unrecognized, unrecorded, rarely visible in the GDP, yet worth billions in hidden value. When dementia enters a home, it rewires everyone's inner world. We become 2 selves, the public self that functions, and the private self that fractures quietly. Hidden feelings ulcerate in silence. Caregivers are rightly called the invisible second patients. Stress, broken sleep, anxiety, depression, higher risks of hypertension, lowered immunity. Many postpone their own checkups and live in a constant, low-grade exhaustion. Dementia care isn't only medical, it's biological, psychological, and social, all at once. When systems fail to support, families end up carrying the system. You are not alone. You are part of a vast, global community, learning, coping, breaking, healing, and rising again, every single day. Recognizing that shared humanity is the first step out of isolation and into solidarity, and, ultimately, into advocacy for better support. Let us now accept the feelings many caregivers hide. Not to judge them, but to make space for them. When we name a feeling, we can bring it into the light and work with it. The first emotion is guilt. It arises from the tyranny of the should. You should be more patient. You shouldn't feel relief when he sleeps. Here's the paradox: guilt often proves you care. If you didn't care so deeply, you wouldn't feel it at all. Try the following 3 simple practices to lighten the load. 1. Write it down. On paper, distortions reveal themselves. Wanting some rest makes me a bad daughter becomes a belief you can challenge. 2. Reframe with kindness. What would you say to a friend in the same situation? Offer yourself the same grace. 3. Redefine success. Forget perfection. Aim for good enough care. Some days compassion flows, on others it limps, both count. Research summarized by ADI shows carers who practice self-forgiveness and self-compassion experience lower burnout and better health. Letting go of guilt is not about abandoning responsibility, it's about reclaiming the bandwidth to continue caring. The second is anger. If guilt is a cold weight, anger is a fire, and perhaps the most taboo emotion of all. We might confess to guilt, anger feels too close to betrayal. It is not directed at the person, but at the situation. You've heard it, or said it: I get so angry at him, but I don't mean it. I love him. I'm angry at the disease. We rush to correct ourselves, terrified that the feeling alone makes us monstrous. Suppressed anger doesn't simply vanish, it often manifests as headaches, irritability, and burnout. To manage anger, try these. Name it. I am angry and tired. Labeled feelings are less likely to take over. Discharge physically. Walk briskly. Stretch. Cry. Exhale slowly. Put on loud music and dance. Punch a cushion. Scream into a towel. Let the body complete the stress cycle. Share without judgment. A trusted friend, family member, or a peer circle, local ARDSI chapters, and moderated online groups are places built to hold the whole truth. Anger isn't the opposite of love, it's love under pressure. The third is resentment. Resentment can arrive as a quiet ache, siblings who stay distant, a friend's holiday photos on your feed. Often, it signals fatigue and unmet needs, rather than moral failure. Treat it as a cue to renegotiate and request relief. Some practical ways to deal with resentment include: rotate the night watch among family, neighbors, or paid caregivers where possible. Book a weekly daycare slot if available in your town. Even a half day can reset a week. Use a simple rota, a WhatsApp group or shared note, for meals, meds runs, clinic companions, and volunteer groups. Fourth is grief. With Alzheimer's, grief isn't an event, it's a continuum. You mourn someone who is both here and not. ADI calls anticipatory grief an underestimated caregiver burden. Naming it allows you to build gentle rituals and create space for new forms of connection. Here are a few ways to deal with grief. 1. The memory ledger. Keep one page for what's changed and one for what remains. 2. Mark small anniversaries. The first time he didn't recognize the street, the first time he smiled at an old song again. 3. Build continuity bridges. Songs, scents, prayers, gestures are tiny threads that can still reach your loved one. 5th is loneliness. Even in crowded homes, caregivers can feel profoundly alone. People ask, "How is he?" Rarely, "How are you?" Regular contact with peers can turn isolation into solidarity. Me Too is medicine. Try online support circles or moderated forums, such as ARDSI chapters, NGO helplines, or hospital-linked groups. A simple rhythm, one call a week, can be life-saving. Envy and ambivalence go together. Envy stings, a couple holding hands, a spontaneous weekend away. And ambivalence is real, I want to be here, and I wish I didn't have to be. It hurts even more when others, with equal responsibility, fail to step up or do not care. These feelings are normal responses to sustained strain. Yes, you can love fiercely and still long for a different day. Two truths can coexist. Owning the contradiction reduces its sting. None of these emotions makes you a bad caregiver. They make you an honest one. If today feels heavy, try this whisper. I am tired, and that's allowed. I am angry, and that's a natural human emotion. I am grieving, and that's love. Finally, let's examine a few simple, repeatable, 2-minute tools to manage these emotions. 1. Breathe and ground. Inhale for a count of 4 and exhale for a count of 6 a few times a day, on the balcony, by a window, or with your eyes closed. Micro rests add up. Yoga offers several breathing techniques that can be beneficial. 2. Care for the body that cares. A 10-minute walk, chair stretches, and your own checkups. Your body is the engine of care. Your own medical checkup is essential. 3. Professional support is not a failure. Therapy can normalize anger, grief, and exhaustion. Short, skills-focused sessions, such as stress management and boundary setting, can be powerful. There's a moment many caregivers know: you catch your reflection and hardly recognize yourself. Behind the eyes lies exhaustion, and a very quiet heroism. To feel rage, grief, jealousy, or despair does not diminish that heroism, it humanizes it. The opposite of burnout is not endless patience, it is support. The opposite of despair is not denial, it is meaning. Caregiving is both a burden and a privilege, a shadow and a light. Admitting the darkness is how we step toward balance. You are not broken. You are brave. And truly, it is okay not to be okay. For more details on many aspects, please refer to the blog post. Join me in our next episode, Part 7, What to Say and Not to Say, where we will move from the inner world of the caregiver to the outer world of communication. Language and tones that calm, reassure, and the silence that preserves dignity. If this episode helped you, please share it with someone who's caring in the shadows. You've been listening to Open Book, where the heart and the mind meet. Please subscribe, comment, and share it with your friends, relatives, and groups that could benefit from it. Stay connected and be part of this journey. Thank you.